You know, when you're an AD carry, if you're thinking about Tempered Fate as your win con, you know, I can shut that down, then your comp has other issues, I think.
Yeah.
The Jarvan is going to smash this Sivir. There's so many types of CC, there's so many ways to pop that spell shield, they only have one opportunity to use, that Morgan finds himself 20 farm behind because he also swapped down here, was losing the lane before, then loses the lane in the swap, and so Dplus just running this early game from Prio alone.
League.
Break with tradition.
Yeah. So Lucid got the Drake, and now he's going to get all three of the grubs. You know, he hasn't invaded a lot. He's behind 2 CS, but I don't think he cares because he's getting everything for his team, and he's feeling very good about it.
I mean, Showmaker's just using Tibbers for Prio, just dropping it on closer repeatedly here, knowing that TPs are down for both of them. That's going to guarantee he can rotate faster. They're still winning this top 2v2. Beryl has Tempered Fate, so you know, there's even the consideration potentially here of coming up and trying to gank some sums if you're loose, even though he had that ult advantage over Showmaker that you pointed out. So Dplus are just like, we got TP advantage topside. I think that's why we saw that all-in attempt from Morgan there. He's like, well, I at least got to get his health. I don't think he thinks he can kill there, but he's like, if we get his health low, he'll have to back. He'll have to either then decide to TP to the fight or give me plate gold in the top side, but he misses the ultimate.
In fact, at least they've shored up a lot of the gold deficits from the lane, so Bro have that going for them. As Apollo just going to throw out the ult here, and the Mega Cone out from Lucid means that you don't have the Magnet Storm coming in from the side of Apollo, but we have the rest of the engage. The Shockwave going to hit Beryl only, as now Lucid is totally fine, and everybody's baited into the Aurora ult. In comes Lucid with the Mega Cone engaged. They try to turn onto him. A lot of CC comes out from him, but that's going to be about it, as he does go down, as eventually Palu as well will follow suit. Really, the only question is when, as that'll be the win for DK in this fight. As down he goes, the kill goes to Beryl.
Beryl notorious for being a bloodthirsty bard. He is getting a lot of the kills when he's on this fake. Fate's pretty strong.
A little dive on a Showmaker, but he's totally fine, and Krakos is dead! Looks like a dive went horrifically wrong in the bottom lane.
Goes for the engage under turret Ragro, and now I don't even want to know what's going on down here.
Yeah, Apollo a bit zoned, and yeah, Beryl gonna take that kill, absolutely. Could have maybe waited for Tibbers to get the kill, but that's...
Also fails. And now Paulo, obviously flashless from that second to last engage. Means that his next engage opportunity on potentially the Soul Point fight is also going to be a little bit less. So lots of L's here for Bro in the early game. Find themselves only 2,000 gold behind, but tempo is completely against them. Paulo loses a fourth of his health bar.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're desperately trying to get in here and challenge this Rift Herald. I mean, they're even going to redemption it, as it looks like it's just going to be up to the eye hit. It goes over to Lucid, barely. He's got a Mega Cone to get in and get the eye and get out, as he's Jarvan. Nice little Mission Impossible play there from Lucid. DK, Showmaker's getting the bottom turret, they're getting the Rift Herald, they're winning all the fights. Interaction until it's just like some random RNG chance, and it's actually been like good blast gun usage, so I've actually enjoyed it myself this game, which is a rare sight.
It is. Rare sight and rare sounds to hear you admit it as well, but we have, you know, occasionally heard Valdez be positive about it. It's dropped here. This turret is just gone, and they might even be able to get the inner as well. They're grouped for it. Charge is going to go through. I thought perhaps they were going to try to deny the charge, Dplus that is, to kill the turret first and then look for a follow-up there. Instead, they back away. They don't have the Tempered Fate.
A lot of locketing, feels like nowadays.
Remember Shirelius? Remember that item?
Yeah, did see it. I think it was built yesterday as like a second item, or maybe it was last week. But yeah, I think that was like the first time in a long time. Just doesn't feel very common to even look for that. They now kite away, but I think they're just going to have to back away from this entirely. If they hold this, they will regret it. Palu looking for a flank here, but is seen. I mean, you're playing into Bard as well. Like, Beryl can set up this fight with an ult if need be, if you're going to get it very low. The engage, though, goes on a Showmaker, and the Tempered Fate is late. Same time, though, Morgan just going to be picked off for some reason on the top side. Looks like Aiming and Lucid were able to catch him. Exhaust comes in on a Krako. Now massive Aurora ult on a 4. Catches everyone, and they try to turn on a Shiu. He just gets away, and the ticking damage is insane. Everybody's super low. Hype can't do enough. He has to be in melee range. Krako falls as well. And it's not a leash Otacon, but it's going to be Otacon still for DK on top of a gigantic fight.
The target selection very poor for Bro in the latter part of that fight.
You're feeling pretty good. Aiming is just Valkyrieing into Ambessa and not caring at all. Lucid looking for the kill now on a Morgan as he immediately turns that one around. Morgan gonna have the redemption as well. Misses his ult though. Xiu just runs in and dies. Does get a big ult himself, but now both the top laners down. Beryl is out, and that is not the ult we were looking for, Paulo, as he is immediately just going to be pummeled by Lucid, and the damage from this Corki is just obscene as finally Showmaker gonna join the fight, flash W's, and gets the pick off, and that will be Chemtech Soul for DK.
And the fight looked kind of good there for Bro in its initial outset. I mean, Xiu got a lot done with his ultimate, but fell instantly. Beryl is also taken out.
As we showed as well, that Xiu has actually done more damage than aiming. I'm actually a bit surprised by that, but he has had some really huge ults. Also, that Croc goes down 2 levels on the Pantheon. You know, this is a big prio pick right now in the LCK. As speaking of which, the Pantheon is bot lane. We'll see if they can even kill Xiu. He's desperately trying to get to the other side. And yes, he goes down, but you're giving over this as Palu does have Smite.
He does have Smite. He will be able to potentially try to get over the wall here.
Pantheon has his ult, but I feel like it's a little bit too little too late. Palu, it's going to come down to you as he goes over the wall, and it's not going to go to you at all as Lucid is able to smite it down. Has the advantage there. The Shockwave, just desperation as Dplus KIA, they give up their top laner for Baron.
That's not jungle Rel. That's not old damage to monsters Rel.
Okay. Not the best magical journey, but it's just okay. Closer just okay. He's dead up on the top lane, and meanwhile, Beryl actually baited this a little bit. We got Tibbers in here. Showmaker says, I can take the 1v4. It's fine.
Dplus?
I have Zhonya's, and the rest of the team is trying to come on over here, and by the rest of the team, I mean Lucid. And the TP is coming in. I suppose that's why he kept on going on this. No flag available for Lucid. Now he gets it back. As now we've got the Aurora back in the fight, and immediately it is going to be the long-term bait and switch here as triple kill comes through. And, well, the disengage cone does come in, but that's fine as Dplus KIA will just push mid.
Every time it feels like in these drafts, Dplus have maybe made a bit of an overextension, maybe playing a little bit with their food. She was like, I got this. Gets a penta on the Nexus defense on this champ. This time around is going to win them the team fight, picks up a triple. And Dplus here, you know, with a responding Sivir in 20 seconds, can't kill the Nexus, I don't think, unless Bro make a mistake here on their attempted defense of this inhibitor, which they should absolutely let go. But this game is all but over. It has been for a while, but this is kind of the cherry on top here for Dplus at this. As in live, we're having a bit of a tussle. But I want to see Xiu clean up again. Oh, this is boring.
Oh, we got to see the Pantheon losing. You know, that's very important for morale here at the LCK. As the engage from Paulo once again not quite in, and the damage out of Xiu now is just disgusting. Level 17, big Shockwave comes in, but I think they're just a bit too far behind as Beryl is eventually going to go down, but everybody else just gets blown to smithereens. It's a quadra for aiming at the end of this one, and that will be game number 1. Going the way of Dplus KIA. 11-0 was aiming on the Corki, who absolutely just took over the game. As that'll do it at 30 minutes, DK take the win.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.